here. As you can see on the screen, there's a picture of me. I've worked at Hunslet Car since 2014, and I'm really glad that I'm back in year 6. Had a little bit of time out of it, but been back in year 6 for a couple of years now. So I'm the assistant head teacher for year 4, 5 and 6, and I will be teaching in Ash class on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And you'll hear from Mr Lumb in a minute. He'll be teaching on the other days at the back end of the week. So I love teaching. I'm passionate about it. I love every lesson, but my favourite lessons to teach are maths because I'm the maths coordinator and I really enjoy teaching reading lessons. One of the things about our school that I absolutely love is that we kind of have this impossible is nothing saying, and we believe in growth mindset. One of the things we're doing this year is trying to teach all of the children and get them to realise they can all be champions. So I really believe that everybody in our class can be champions in whatever they want to do. And some of the things I enjoy doing, I love playing football, I love watching football, I enjoy running, I enjoy reading, and I really enjoy sharing my favourite stories with the children in our class. So hopefully this year I'll get to share some of my favourite stories with them all. The next voice you're going to hear is going to be Mr Lumb's.
Hi there, that's me on the screen. I'm Mr Lumb, and I've worked at Hunslet Car since 2017, but I've been in teaching a lot longer than that. I've been doing it for 15 years now in various schools, and I teach in Ash class the back end of the week, so Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And a bit like Mr Sharpe, I love teaching all the lessons, but I particularly enjoy writing lessons and the chance to be creative. I'm also a writing moderator across Leeds, so I check in on people's writing and see what sort of standard that's at. I love reading with the class, and I can't wait to read The Boy in Striped Pyjamas, which is my favourite book to read with the children. And if we do get to read it, hopefully, there won't be too many tears. I love football, in particular Leeds United. That's one of my passions as well. And some of my hobbies are that I like reading, watching films, and taking care of my new baby, Lois.
So back to Mr Sharpe now, just to let you know a little bit about our school ethos. Some of the classrooms at our school, you can see the office blocks of Leeds, you can see the city centre. What we want is for all of our children to grow up knowing that they can, if they choose to, go and be successful within their own city, go and work in there, get a taste of what it's like in Leeds. So we want our children to be able to aspire to be whatever they want to be, whatever profession that they would like to have when they grow up. And we want to try and give them the best experiences, the best chance of being able to do that through what we do at school. And that's why I'm really passionate about getting the children to believe in themselves and believe that they can be champions in whatever they do.
Yeah, so throughout the school, we have the idea that impossible is nothing, which means you can achieve anything if you are resilient and that you persevere. And that's one of the things that attracted me to the school. When I was doing my interview for the school, I walked around with a boy and I asked him what all these yet signs were. And he said, I know that I can't do it yet, but I will be able to. And he had that mindset that he would be able to do it, but he just couldn't do it yet. And that's one of the things I love about our school.
So I already kind of mentioned this, but one of the things we're trying to get everybody to do is realise they can be champions in whatever they do. And this is all inspired by Marcus Rashford's recent book, which is basically a self-help book aimed at children. And what it does, it teaches them all to have positive attitudes in everything they do, whether that is in the classroom in learning, whether that's at home, something that they enjoy outside of school, a sport or a hobby, and that they can be the best in whatever they want to do. And hopefully some days your child will come home and tell you, I got a champion badge today. And what that means is they were doing something extra special in class. Maybe it was showing growth mindset and never giving up, just trying to be the best possible version of themselves.
Throughout the class, we try to think of Ash class as one big team. That involves the adults in the room and the children. And we myself and Mr Sharpe are the teachers in the classroom, but we couldn't do what we do without support of Mrs Murphy, who also works as part of our team in Ash class.
So they're the staff in our classroom, and like Mr Lumb was saying, Mrs Murphy's going to be there. Me and Mr Lumb are split throughout the week, so hopefully if there's any issues, you'll know Mrs Murphy's already around. Now this is a little bit of a picture so you can kind of see what our classroom looks like. We're sat in rows, so That's still related to COVID and making sure we're trying to keep everybody as safe as possible. A little bit of a picture of our displays there, because we try and make sure we have things put up around the room so that if a child's stuck, they can use those to help them. And there's a little picture of our book corner, and hopefully we have a basket at the top where we have teacher recommended books, the ones that myself and Mr Lumb really like and would encourage the children to have a read of.
So with COVID still around, we still have things in place to keep us safe in our class. As like Mr Sharpe said, we still sit facing in rows, facing the front, trying not to turn around as much as possible, cleaning our hands a lot. We've still got hand sanitizer all over the place. And then on the tables, the children have their own equipment each, so they're not sharing bits of equipment.
So the start and finish times for our day, we've tried to keep it the same as last year to make it nice and simple for everybody. So 9 o'clock start for year sixes and finish at 3:30.
So our topic is throughout English is a twisted fairy tale, using the idea of the three little pigs, but we're going to twist it somehow so it's a little bit different, maybe written from the wolf's point of view. And then in reading, to do with our World War topic, we've been looking at the diary of Anne Frank, who wrote a diary throughout her time in the Second World War.
So that's a little bit about the English side of things. In maths at the moment, everything we're doing is linked to place value, because we really feel that unless the children understand the numbers, the size of them, there's no point trying to get them to do big calculations with them. So we're really focusing on understanding how big millions are. We've been looking at ordering numbers, and also this week a little bit of rounding too. Like Mr Lumb mentioned before, our topic is World War II, so it's a history topic for this term, and the big question that's kind of driving our topic is, why do we still remember it? Why is it so important?
Our PE day is Wednesday, and to keep the children safe, the idea is that they still come dressed in their PE kit for that day. Don't have to come in uniform and get changed. They come in it and stay in it all day. And ideally, that kit is blue and black tracksuit bottoms or leggings, white t-shirt, and a blue or black tracksuit top or jumper.
So about homework, we send homework home on a Friday. They'll get a reading book. It's going to have been kept away from everything, so it's perfectly safe. You know, we're still kind of keeping things almost like in a quarantine. The aim that we would like all children to read for is 10 minutes every day, and then bring it back in, get it signed in their reading booklets, and hopefully when it's finished with, we can get it changed for them ready. If possible, they've got a new book ready for the following week. Obviously, some of the children will be reading longer ones, so as long as we can see in there that it's been signed by somebody at home, we'll know that when it needs changing and when it's okay.
So at the moment, parents and carers are still not allowed in school. So for that reason, if you do need to contact myself or Mr Sharpe, then there's the telephone number. If you contact the main office, then they'll put a message through to us if we're not contactable at that time. Or if it's after school, they'll put you through to us and we'll be able to have a conversation with you about anything that you want to discuss.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And we'll always be around at either the start or the end of the day. So if you need anything, then you could grab us then. Thank you.